You made it through healthcare.gov and officially applied for an Obamacare plan? Hey, high five. Way to go. Here's what you need to know now. 5 things to know after applying for Obamacare in Ohio. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joey Gingola with Gingola Insurance. And on today's health insurance break, we're going to break down 5 things that you absolutely need to know about your new health insurance policy that you applied for here at the start of 2014. Number 1, get it paid. If you don't pay your health insurance by the time of your policy's due date, well, it's not going to be a health insurance policy for you anymore. Just it won't go into effect. Now, the trick here, if you did go through healthcare.gov, well, they haven't actually built the process to make a payment directly online. That's going to leave you with the option of contacting your insurance company directly to pay for that health insurance policy. If you finish the healthcare.gov process, you might have seen a screen that tells you that they will be contacting you shortly. I wouldn't wait for that to happen. I would reach out and contact them as soon as you can, knowing that it will take them a few days to actually get the policy and register it into their system. But you want to make sure that you're taking the initiative to make this process move forward. Otherwise, who knows what's going to happen. Also, one last note, if I may, I would recommend using some type of electronic payment. I would not, by any means, try and mess around with sending something through the mail, a hard copy check. If you do prefer to receive bills to your house afterwards, well, go ahead. It'll be okay. You can get it changed after the fact, but I would get that payment in as soon as you can to make sure that nothing gets messed up. Number 2, delayed information. With the craziness that has come with this deadline, we've basically crammed 3 months worth of work into 3 weeks. Insurance companies are going crazy trying to keep up with the demand. That means that you might not be receiving confirmation that they've received your application as quickly as possible. And also, that means you're going to not receive policy information and ID cards also as fast as you might like as well. So it might get a little nerve-wracking and you might be a little suspicious if the coverage is actually in place, but assuming you submitted everything on time, you should, I'm going to emphasize should, be good to go. If you do need that additional information, let's say you have to get a prescription filled or have a doctor's appointment to schedule, well, you can always talk to your health insurance agent or broker that helped you with that policy to have them track that ID number down for you. Or you can brave it and try and call the health insurance company yourself to obtain that information before the ID cards do come. Number 3, making changes. Now, this might not affect all of you, but for those of you that it does, this is very important. You're going to want to listen up. If you do need to make a change to your healthcare.gov application, well, that's where things get a little tricky. And I'm kind of disappointed, probably even depressed about the answer. So as I've been instructed by healthcare.gov representatives, the only way to change your information on an application that has been submitted and completed is by removing the entire thing. Well, you might be thinking to yourself, well, can't your new health insurance company that you just signed up for make these changes for you? Yeah, you might be right if we were operating in a normal, rational environment. However, as of right now, the companies that I'm dealing with are holding firm on the statement that all changes must come directly from healthcare.gov. How's that for an answer? Well, what's the problem with removing the application, you might want to know? Well, if you pull the application, then you're going to forfeit the right for that coverage that you went so hard and out of your way to get to make sure that it started January 1st. And depending upon when you reapply, you could be left with a 30 to 45 day gap without insurance, all for having to make a simple change. My recommendation for you, I would sit tight on that change as long as you possibly can. Because let's hope that the healthcare.gov website, the back end, the system, updates itself or fixes itself somehow that this can actually happen without you not having to have insurance. Defeats kind of the whole purpose of the whole, hey, we're going to get everybody insurance thing. But what do I know? I mean, let's get serious. That process is certifiably crazy from an insurance standpoint. I mean, I'm talking lock yourself up in a padded room and misplace the key for a while crazy. Number 4, your choice is only for a year. If you're starting to have buyer's remorse set in over your decision, and if it was the right one, well, don't worry because it's only going to be good for this initial go-around. If your plan doesn't appear on my Best of Ohio's Health Insurance Marketplace plan list, don't worry, it's okay because you will be able to change that next year. Also, between now and the end of March, I've also been told that you will have the opportunity to change plans as well. However, after we just went through the whole mess that was number 3 on the list, you can see why my confidence is not all that high in the actual execution of that statement. I'll leave it at that. But you will want to make sure, no matter what, that your situation is reevaluated every year to make sure that a better option has not presented itself. Whether you want to take the time to do that, or you do have the option of adding a health insurance professional to your team at any point in time. We'll talk about that right now. And number 5, a perfect segue that I just so gracefully set up for myself, get help. If your new health insurance policy is proving to be too much for you to handle on your own, and problems and questions like we're addressing here in this list are wasting too much of your life, well, you can easily fix that by adding a health insurance professional to, again, like I said, your team. With the government's keen law-changing ability, this process will continue to be one of the biggest moving targets that we've ever seen. Well, the bottom line, well, unfortunately, getting through healthcare.gov's application process was only the first hurdle in this entire marathon, we'll say. While most of these items are dangerously annoying at best, the absolute most important thing that you need to do or know is to make sure that you get that payment into the health insurance company. If you don't have payment that's owed, let's say your subsidy covered the entire amount of your premium, well, from everything that I've been told, that should be enough. You shouldn't have to do anything further if you don't owe any money, obviously. So if you're unsure of anything on this list or want to double check your decision that you did make, well, I got something brand new that I want you to go ahead and download. It is a 5-part video series on how to navigate Obamacare's health insurance marketplace, specifically in Ohio. This is everything that I absolutely know and have learned over the last 3-4 weeks of signing people up. I've done it over and over again. Tips, tricks, how to evaluate the plan and actually prove which health insurance plan is going to be the best for you. So it's free to download. I promise you get a video every day for 5 days, and it will walk you through step by step everything that you need to know. Go ahead and click on the cover of this video series right here, or you can grab the link below in the video's description. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I do very much appreciate it. And of course, I am Joey Giangola with Giangola Insurance. Take it easy, everyone.